All right. Protein shake and some Cheez-Its. A little bit of milk. No, sorry, a little bit of water. We're doing all right. I was reading it about a little bit. It's basically like the back legs are more exposed, like try to hit the body and tail. But she's way more aggressive. And staying at range is like not working for me and not really working for other people as well. And since I'm not really using ranged weapons to like lower the head's damage or something like that, I just have to kind of like, I think like mix it up in the body. Some people are saying there's like a cheese technique, or if you keep hitting the tail, she jumps in the air, and if you stand still, you'll always be safe from where she lands, and you can get a free headshot. Not sure. But the front arms are like no longer as exposed as they were in the earlier fights, in the earlier parts of the fight. So, hopefully that'll help me if I kind of mix it up a little bit more. Oh, wait. Oh, that frenzy was close. I didn't even notice. All right, big fella, what do you got? Oh, I think I just went through the laser there. Darn, went the wrong way. I'm in deep shit. Yeah. I walked through the laser. I could've just backed up. I just never seen the laser in that direction before. Or do a jump that early, that's weird. Who's Adela at the Healing Church? I don't remember seeing anyone named that. What am I forgetting? It's so funny that I spent the entire game wondering why sometimes my blood vials got replenished and sometimes they didn't. Never thinking that they could have been stored the whole time. That's so funny. 1.5 playthroughs. 1 3/4 playthroughs. Didn't once occur to me. Whole storage system is underrated. I could have used that a lot more. I don't know. Wasted a lot of time, I guess. I had so many times where I was like, well, I got 8,000 souls. I guess I'm just heading back out there. I could have just packed that full of blood vials from my inventory. I'm not sure it's a better system than like the Estus Flask system. The Estus Flask system, like, You can balance around that really well. What? This guy's going to kill me. This guy's trying to end it early. How did I not get a hit there? What? Oh, this is so sloppy. Get a hit. Fuck. Oh no. Yeah. I could have just taken the second floor. I could have just taken the second floor door and gone through the place that I knew how to get to. And left this all... Yeah. The Cane's been plus 10 the whole playthrough. The whole new game plus the Cane's plus 10. Apparently the Cane's a really easy way to do this mission. Ludwig's Blade and the Cane and the Burial Blades are all like... all make this much easier because it's much easier to reach the legs. I guess I am sort of using a pretty bad weapon for this. In terms of like just the literally like the shortest possible reach of anything. Oh, I hit the poison shit. Shit. Not a bad spot. Oh, that was really sloppy. I might die here. Jesus, man, chill. Alright. Down and dirty. That's not it. I think it's if you get the tail and stand still when he jumps. But that was more like get the hitting the legs. It's not gonna work. It's too much health. But I think you do. I think you are supposed to go through some of those lower arms. They're like a little closer to the ground or something. Maybe I should switch to the cane. Use the whip version. And then shoot him in the head. It probably is going to work easier. I don't like really kind of quitting on a strategy, but I'm just getting so fucked over. Like constantly. I think it is probably, yeah. Time to move on. It's 4 o'clock. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, okay. Like one time in every 20 I fight this guy, he does that triple axe attack. That's like the rapid fire. Like literally less than 10% of the time I fight. That's some cheesy bullshit. Oh, sure, now he falls. Quick 31,000. The other advantage of the cane is gun to the head apparently is pretty effective when it's getting kind of late, because this boss is generally pretty low HP, I think, from what I was reading. Boss is pretty low HP, it's just that it only takes damage in certain parts. So I've basically been trying to like execute like one of the worst possible strategies. If you think about it. Like a quick attack weapon that's short range when you have limited time to hit it. If you had a huge weapon, you could clunk it every single time you have an opportunity. And with no gun, some people just apparently just do like bone marrow ash. And just gun time. Alright, well, hopefully this makes it easier. I just thought I could execute, you know what I mean? It's just that like... I just can't get any sort of uptime on the arms in the final phase. Whoa, easy, buddy. And like you'd even in the final phase just like use bone marrow ash and just shoot him in the head, I think. This is so similar to Dark Souls 2. Where like a lot of the second half of the game I had this Drake Blood Greatsword. Just a ridiculous dexterity scaling, just doing so much more damage than anything else. I was like, no, how about like double rapier? How about a whip? How about a halberd? All these things. But like if the going got tough, I was like, okay, back to the greatsword. It's too good. It had like quick chops for R1, and then this like swinging sweep into two-handed stab for R2. It's too effective not to use. When I go this way, I might get frenzied. I'm getting frenzied. If I go that way, just to the right. If I go to the right, just like 10 feet to go on the other side of that rock, I get frenzied and killed from the fall damage and the frenzy. Pretty crazy. Oh, I was totally zoned it there. Then that guy gave me tried to give me the sumo drop. Okay, so you have to go this way, and then here, and then drop, and then drop. Try not to slide off the cliff. That was pretty goddamn close. And the frenzy should drop off there at about the 80% point. And it's all science. Alright, big fella. Are you ready for me to have a long-range weapon? Are you ready for me back to... I'm using my comfort food now, big feller. Oh my god, that was 1745. Are you joking? Three R1s was 1745? Hit him. Hit him. Oh no! Like, this guy is just fucking relentless. I think I'm taking less damage. I'm taking more damage because I'm standing still more. Oh, standing still. Watch out. Don't do it. Don't die here. Oh my god. Phase 2, he vulnerabilities himself a lot. Missed a lot of that. Bad. Yeah, fuck. I still don't... I think if I stay out of his range there a little more, that last part is quite easy. It's the whole thing is going so much faster. Yeah, it was way faster to phase 3. I just was too close to him during phase 3. Damn, the amount of souls over the course of the game I could have dumped into Blood Echoes is blowing my mind. Your level's like 28,000 and you're left with like 7,000. Yeah, you can save up for that, but like I was trying to think where are you supposed to bank your souls into, you know what I mean? Who's that? There's like no chance you won't use them. Even if you store 300, you would eventually go through them probably. At least 200. One thing I like from Dark Souls 2... Oh man, it's so much better in every way, yeah. One thing I liked about Dark Souls 2 was something called the something root. I forgot what it was. Just take me to fucking 1% the second the fights start, man. It's sick. They give you like slow healing over time. It was like several minutes of a slow regen. I like that a lot. That was really helpful for boss fights. What are you doing, bud? What am I doing? I can also gun his head in the last phase. Like constantly. Forgot about that. Oh, which move, 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 move. Oh, fuck me. Oh. Am I dead? Okay. Hey, I missed his head. Yeah, like that. Oh, fuck. Please don't kill me. Ooh. it's so awkward. Oh, I went the wrong way, shit. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I got him, right? Yeah. God, that was so much easier. Oh my god. Oh. Man. If I just changed to the whip. If I just changed to the whip like 2 hours ago. That was so doable. I have to learn this lesson like once a month to change strats and not like double down on things that aren't working. Like I never learn to like stand up and walk in a circle and then do something different. I never ever learn. It's crazy, man. The whip was like, I was hitting him in the head in circumstances I never could have possibly used the other weapon. Oh.
Very well.
That's so crazy, man. Is that from Undertale?
Let me. Farewell, good hunter. May you.
Oh, what a relief. Oh my god. What do you think of these? Hmm? Pretty exciting. I didn't get the Ariana one because I didn't ever talk to her. So I got the old workshop one and the what's the other one I got? The one from Killing Yosefka. I did that last night before bed. Wow, this is just like Dark Souls 2. I tried a new weapon in the last quarter of the game and I just can't make it happen. Was that 3 tries with the cane? I mean, obviously part of the experience of the other thing was part of it. That was 3 tries with the cane, right? Yeah. 3. Alright, so how do I move on? What? This isn't the way into the Nightmare of Mensis? How's an optional boss? Baited again. I don't go in here and like up that tower? Wait. Wait, are you saying that the Nightmare Frontier does not lead further in the game? It only leads to this? Is that what you're telling me? Are you saying I now have to go back to the lecture hall and take the other way that I was originally going to do? Or is there something else back here? What? Is my life worth nothing? can't even see where this guy is. Is my time just worth nothing, Bloodborne? Here's the way. Everything's fine. That's the elevator you're telling us you're saying unlocked? This is back where I was. You can't even... You must be able to progress from here. Right? Do I need to call Nintendo Power? How do I get the fucking... How do I move on in the game? Mom? Mom, can I call a 1-800 hotline? What am I doing? Yo, where am I going? Oh, easy there, big guy. Easy there, big papa. How you like that? Bitch. Sick of you guys. What? Are you kidding me? It's actually sick architecture, though. No, but like seriously, where do I go? You want me to go through the passion pit? I'm not doing that. Alright, to the internet we go. God, this game's stupid. How could you do this to me? All this time? I started this shit at like 1:30. Nightmare Frontier. Nightmare Frontier is an optional... Blah, blah, blah. What's a winter lantern? Oh, those things. The horrible creature. This... It's a... There's nothing that indicates that this goes anywhere or does anything. Besides having loot and talking to a guy named Patches. Trip to Amygdala. Now we can transition directly from the Lantern to boss area. That's where we're headed. Nightmare Frontier maps. Fading Lake. Clockwise... I don't see anything that this turns into anything. Fuck my life. Oh my god. Josie 1, Thomas 0. He got me again. Baited. I'm like 3 hours older with nothing to show for it except pain and an enduring lesson that I've learned a million times before that I don't tend to internalize, which is change the strategy. You prick. He got me again. He's been baiting me for days now. I'm going home. Oh my god. There's nothing here? There's nothing here except pain. Wisdom. Oh, I still gotta do the other thing. After all this, I can't believe it. I have to edit this video down. That's a lot of numbers. That's more than I can deal with right now currently. I just fought an optional boss for like 2.5 hours before finding out it's optional. Sick. God. I just got roasted harder than anyone's ever been roasted ever. I didn't have to do that. That was sick though. I'm glad I didn't miss a boss. That's fine. We're good. We're fine. You and I are fine. I can't believe it. I didn't have to do that. Oh, whatever. I'm glad I didn't miss a boss. These guys have their graduation hats on. It's very cute. Now I still have to do this whole thing that I did last time. Oh, is that? Yeah. What, mentally? For my own morale? Okay, yeah, I think you're right. So is that Jesse's number in Breaking Bad? Okay. I just actually watched the first season again, like a couple of months ago. It's so good. Okay, trying to get my sedatives out. So I know what to do here. You just run to the right to the lantern. We can't change that. Chili P is my trademark, yo. Oh yeah, these guys. These little rascals. Fucking tapeworms. Alright, it makes it a lot easier than the whip. The whip had good range for those things, but it was so slow. I did. I finished Better Call Saul, actually. Like, 6-7 months ago. So good. Hey, buddy. I like Better Call Saul a lot. That guy just fell through the rock and disappeared so I couldn't loot him. This is not my day. What I thought when I got to the Nightmare Frontier is that they gave me a different place. It was a different nightmare because it was the expansion. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm now going to run for my life. Ugh. Ugh. Fuck. Where's the lantern? Here it is. I'm out of here. Ooh, I was about to get a soul from that guy. If I compared my first watch of Breaking Bad to my first watch of Better Call Saul, I like Better Call Saul more. And I also think some of the things about Better Call Saul that I like so much are it's extremely complex characters. Some of the people you think are the bad guys end up being like better than the main characters. And a lot of the ways that someone like Howard Hamlin is depicted makes him seem like, oh, I've seen this show before. Like, this is the big douchebag. But, like, I don't know if that's necessarily true. He's, like, it's a lot more noticeable. Like, he's a lot more nuanced than possible. And I've almost never seen a show with more complex characters where there's not necessarily a lot of right and wrong answers. Whereas while Breaking Bad is incredible, and I find the way that his scientific background coincides with the almost scientific approach of the show to here's the problem, let's fix the problem that Walter White approaches, like how like here's the breakdown of how we're going to do the heist, how we're going to do those things. That's an extremely satisfying and very intelligent way to do a show. I do think, however, that like later seasons of Breaking Bad are sort of like cartoonish. It's like, okay, well, okay, here's the bad Mexicans, they deal meth. Or here's the, oh, no, we're fighting Nazis, watch out for the Nazis. It's like kind of comic booky. In its shades of black and white. It's chiaroscuro, if you will. So I think they probably internalized that to some degree. And when it come to Better Call Saul, they wanted to make like a little more of a complex tale. So obviously it's understandable that it's not as popular as Breaking Bad was. Breaking Bad is like to this day legendary. And like I'd say more people have watched that than like any of the like quote unquote classic shows. Which is like, oh, nice. The classic shows to me are like Sopranos, Breaking Bad. Oh, God, I'm gonna die here. The classic shows are like, what? Sopranos, Breaking Bad, The Wire. What's the other one that I'm missing? Sopranos, Breaking Bad. The Wire and Sopranos were the first generation. And then Breaking Bad had sort of like a contemporary. It wouldn't be Mad Men. Mad Men wasn't that popular related to other stuff. I don't know. I didn't get through The Sopranos. I didn't watch it when it was like out, and then like, Jesus. Okay, are you in? Did you make it in here? All right, Paco. You ready to rumble? I'm not ready to rumble. Oh, am I dead? My cloak is so long and flowing that I can't tell when I'm using two swords. Ah! Die, you fucking intestinal parasite. I watched Sopranos in 2018, and I didn't get through it. I watched like 5 seasons. I lost interest, honestly. It's an excellent show. I do think the therapy framing is underutilized. I understand why it's so popular, and it does so well in the early seasons. But I think they just totally dropped the ball on like the therapy framing, and it turns into nothing. But it's good. It's still good, and it's still like good to watch because it's literally the beginning of like the golden age of television. But I would choose The Wire 10 times out of 10 for which one I'd rather watch. Oh my god, my fucking health. Nothing. What happened to my health? Oh, there's a hunter here I gotta fight. Remember this guy. Okay. Okay. You're not gonna follow me, are you? Yeah, we're good. Do not follow me through here. They're following me through here. I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. That's a lot of spiders. Is the hunter on me yet? Please stop chasing me. What the fuck is this? Ah! He's got a Ludwig sword. Mayday. Wait. The little fucking handicap dudes are in here. Alright. Alright. Oh, the spiders are still on me. That tentacle attack hits so hard. Okay, I think I have to clear the spiders. That's getting a little crazy. Or find a way to better skip them. Maybe if I don't pick up that loot now, the spiders aren't going to be like in my butthole. What was I talking about? What? Yeah, there's like, I feel like there was a show along with Breaking Bad that was like, it's contemporary in the late 2000s is like that classic show. to me, it was Mad Men. I thought Mad Men was like unreal, but totally did not continue to be unreal. Mad Men was like one of those shows where like, one, it had, I'm not exaggerating, Mad Men has the best pilot of any TV show ever. And the proof of that, that's not, to some degree, that's not even really my like opinion. The proof of that is that, Matthew Weiner got hired as a writer on The Sopranos purely off the virtue of having written the Mad Men pilot. And if you watch the Mad Men pilot, it's perfect. There's like never been, it's so good, it's unbelievable. To the very last second, it's perfect. Especially the very last second, honestly. So to me, it was Mad Men. And Mad Men's one of those shows where they do like a kitchen sink approach, where every single season they just like put everything into it they possibly can. And then just hope to start over next season. So the earlier seasons are incredible, but like later on, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think this is kind of turned into bullshit. The thing with Mad Men is that like they try in the later seasons. This is gonna seem kind of weird, but like to me, it seems like in the later seasons, they have so many women writers that the show is like none of the stuff that people like the show for anymore. They're like, you know, this is a period of time where like women didn't have a whole lot of like stuff going on for them and it's very hard. So we're gonna like foreground every woman in the show. But at the detriment of what people watch this show for is like the badass like office stuff when they're having like executive meetings and like betraying and destroying each other. And all this stuff, like Sterling and Cooper and like Pete and everybody just like having all their issues and all the things they were doing, that was what made the show good. So I understand what you're trying to do because that's an area where you don't want, it's kind of boring to make a show with the 60s and it's only the dudes and the drinking. Like you want it to be nuanced, but like that's actually pretty tanky. Don't do that. Kind of rude, I think. Stop it. So this guy can't parry me, right? Oh, when did I... Fuck. I didn't realize how low I was. If I had to pick one to start with, The Wire. Between The Wire, Mad Men, and Sopranos, 100% The Wire is the best of the three of them, in my opinion. I didn't realize I was at half health. I ran through his mist and got wrecked, and then I looked up and I was getting two-shot. I was like, wait, I have half health, and then he was in mid-swing and I was fucked. What was I saying? Yeah, of the three of those, I think The Wire is by far the most watchable and entertaining. I think one of the reasons that Mad Men and Breaking Bad were sort of associated with each other also is because they were both on AMC. Out of nowhere, AMC had these like two amazing shows that were like the best ones on TV, both of which I believe were HBO rejects. And then the next classic show after that was Game of Thrones. God. That was like the next really big one, I think. I don't remember how long ago it was. I think 2018 was the finale. So I think it was like 2010 or something. I could be wrong about when Game of Thrones started. But Game of Thrones was like, I think of all of them, it's like maybe the most influential. Because Game of Thrones opened up so many... Game of Thrones opened up so many new shows to TV that never had been on it before. Part is like probably because of budget and like computer graphics and things like that. But what they really figured out quite early was that... Oh god, the big boy's here. Oh, that's a lot of spiders. Oh fuck, the big guy's here. The big thing, to me, what Game of Thrones realized is if you make the sex a way bigger part of it, you get a way bigger female audience. And then, yeah, sure, it's about nerdy stuff that girls don't really like. But if you make it interesting in a way where it's not just swords and sorcery and goblins and stuff like that, or like complicated political politics, you can have people pretty much buy Can you fuck off? You can have people pretty much buy into everything, as long as you like, you know, make something, give something that's a little bit of something for everybody. Walking Dead to me is one of those shows. I think everyone knows this kind of show, but Walking Dead is kind of like Lost. Or Walking Dead is one of those shows where nobody can ever just unequivocally endorse it. The Walking Dead's always like, yeah, it's really amazing, but don't watch it till here. Or yeah, it's really amazing, but the most recent season isn't good as this. Or yeah, it's amazing, but blah blah blah. Like no one ever actually, people watch it and they're like attached to it. But Walking Dead is actually not that good. The first season is all I watched personally, and I thought it was like some of the worst dialogue I've ever seen in a TV show. But later on, it became much more popular. But the problem with The Walking Dead is that no one was ever like, yeah, it's one of those shows where like no one was ever like, yeah, this show's amazing. You have to watch it. It's all very, very good. Oh, easy there, buddy. I could probably hit this guy with the claws. Oh shit. Oh. Do not hit me with that tentacle. Keep swinging. What are you gonna do? Parry me with your kettle? Idiot. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's one of those shows that like caught people's attention and people were attached to it, but I don't think it's actually good. It's one of those like almost shows, you know? One thing that's been good and bad about the streaming service era One thing that's been both good and bad about the streaming service era is that people are less... I think this is largely bad. That was great, because that guy just randomly dying to the Mensis ability gave me enough souls to go get a level. I've got a level in so long, 2 hours. Okay, so... like, TV shows have been mostly... I don't know. TV shows used to be... when I was like a kid or way younger, TV shows were basically just a thing that you watched if you tuned into it. And then maybe you had a rich friend who had like TiVo or something in like around 2000. And then we get to the DVD era. And the DVD era allowed people to start spamming shows that they never could do before, really, unless they like bought, I don't know, a set of tapes or something, which no one did. No one did that. But the problem became, in that period, that people started to be like, yeah, man, just like, yeah, you gotta check out Lost. Just watch it. You watch all of Lost and tell me what you think. And it's like, guy, that's like 5 seasons. You can't just like, people started to sort of disrespect other people's time a little bit with DVDs. Be like, you gotta watch all of Scrubs. You're gonna love it. Something like that. And it's just like, yeah, okay, man, just spend 80 hours in the next 2 weeks doing the thing I offhandedly, lazily told you to do. That was kind of annoying. But the streaming era, if you look at Netflix metrics or Amazon Prime or whatever, Netflix is pretty public about this. If you look at the stats about the average amount of an episode or a series that people watch, it's tiny. Like people, I have friends who I watch, who if I'm at their house or if they're here, people put on Netflix shows and just put it on in the background, put on a whole series, and then just like chill and play Wild Rift on their phone for the entire time. And then later on be like, yeah, it's a pretty good show. Yeah, I'd recommend it for sure. But you didn't fucking watch it. So people quit everything now. But it also means that there's less of like an obligation to like make the commitment. So there's some parts of that that's not bad. But it's also like means that we're like, that plus YouTube being the way that YouTube is. Like for example, give it away. Ugh. He shoved me. That plus the way YouTube is now means that like retention is everything and we're all turning like mad ADD. Like for sure. That's why it doesn't make sense to me that I like actually look on YouTube in YouTube Studio to see what my metrics are and like how my videos are doing, because I put up 5-hour videos every single day. Do you think that's like the formula for growth? No, I put up like edited. My best video by far is 16 minutes long, and like actually like a presentation in terms of viewership. Okay, all right, fellas. Oh, I'm back on my cane tip here, aren't I? Can you guys stop? What did I get killed by your mom? Oh. Oh, the chain. Oh, I was healing, so I didn't have my gun. Bad. Why does that not work? What? Oh, I'm dead! Oh. I shot her, like, in mid-slice. There's no way that wasn't a parry. I have no idea what's happening here. Anyway, yeah, so I actually don't know why I even look at my YouTube stuff, honestly. Especially in like the recent games, like FF7 Rebirth, FF7, Dark Souls 2, it's like literally single-digit views. So like, why am I even looking at it? Like, whereas my Valheim base tour, which is 15 minutes long, for me is really good. It's by far my best video. That's not a short. And it gets like 10 videos a day every single day for like 9 months now. I always put them up just to have like an archive to some degree. I would like if they did well. But like, how many people realistically are going to find my videos? And then how many people are going to stick with them? Once in a while, people like send a message and say how they're watching it, and I get happy about it. Because if someone's like watching my like 95 episode Valheim playlist and it's like on their other monitor while they're working, that's the dream. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, this guy's got my souls. Hey, buddy. What do you got there? Hey, cutie. What do you got? That's why recently I feel like it's kind of worse content for me personally, because when I played like a slower game where I could just kind of like ramble. What are you doing? I could just like ramble, but now with like FF7 or a lot of the games I'm playing recently, I have to be like pretty engaged on playing them. Dirty damp blood gem. That means rapid poison, I think. Yeah, so I feel like I can't meander as much. Or I feel like I haven't been meandering as much in recent games that I play. And it's more like just talking about the game itself, which is fine, but it also is like, oh, I'm being shoulder blocked. I think, are those guys trying to put me into the pit or something or what? Alright, mama, come get it. Hard to parry that. It's fast. Easy to parry that. Even affiliate, I can't seem to hit 3 average viewers. Maybe because like to some degree it's like streaming too much and like not really working on exposure whatsoever. But I'm very consistent. Ow. But have a lot of times where there's like no watchers. And then yeah, partner is 75 average viewers. And then I guess 1,000 followers. I didn't know that. But for me, there's like a lot of periods where I'm like playing in the middle of the day for a bunch of time. Or if it's like a game that I've been playing for a while. Normally if I start something new, there's like a little bit of a spike. But if I'm playing a game like FF7 Rebirth or something, which took me like 165 hours to beat, then by the end of that, I've got some dead days for sure. RimWorld was good. Baldur's Gate 2 was oddly good for a game I hated. Yeah. Doom Eternal was kind of bad. FF7 Rebirth and FF7 Remake were really bad. Dark Souls 2 was not great. Bloodborne's been better. Actually, my Bloodborne stream a couple of days ago was like the best one in a while. Yesterday's, I think, or even like 2 or 3 of the Bloodborne streams recently are like, for me, quite good. But a lot of people with like who stream way less than me get affiliate. But I think they also like kind of play the system better than me. I'm just like kind of doing. I'm just kind of out here. Being ambushed by raven dogs. Okay, so this is so much easier the first time. Oh my god. Well, Trevor, I switched to the cane, which has a whip function, and beat it in 3 tries. Three tries. You understand how easy it is to hit it with the whip? The range on that thing? I'm probably just spitballing. I was probably using the worst possible weapon I could possibly use for that boss. It's slow to ramp up, it's low damage in the short term, and it's the shortest range weapon possible. Like I probably spent 2 hours using like probably the worst weapon in the entire game for us. Whereas this, I was hitting his head standing still from like 10 feet away. I couldn't pass through the last stage, the phase 3. I was just not making progress in that phase. That was the issue. But yeah. Yeah, I did it in 3 tries. Almost on the first try. Once I moved over to the cane. When I was taking my break, I was drinking a smoothie outside and reading stuff on my phone. And people were talking about all these different strats for it. But most of the strats were just basically like use weapons that can hit their head from like the ground. Like the big greatsword or the like big scythe were all like really effective. And the cane, the threaded cane was one of those. I just hope I can remember this. I hope I can just remember this because nearly every single game I play, I have one moment where I'm like stuck for 2 hours, and then I take a break and I walk around, or I go to bed for the night, and then the next day I do it like almost immediately. So I'm really bad. I get locked in like a bad way, and need to like kind of shift. And I learned this in Cyberpunk. I learned this in Doom Eternal. I learned this in Final Fantasy VI on Kefka. I learned this like once every 2 games. Where I just get wrecked until I take a break, and then I do it afterwards when I like reset my mental. I learned that I forget that lesson all the time. Yeah, I bet I'm gonna have a couple of those too. I can't wait. Remember this guy, the worst boss in this game, or bottom 3. Also, the amygdala boss doesn't lead to anything, and I had to backtrack to a different area. So that was the entire point of that entire area, was to fight that boss that I didn't do. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't take me further in the game. What do you think about that? No. He dropped something. There's something called ritual dungeons in this game, which are like procedural dungeons that are randomly generated, which give you option for like super loot. And he gave you like a component for the super loot. Where'd he go? I wonder if I die to this guy, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Or some say Cosm. Do you hear our prayers?
Okay, juke me. Just juke me all day. Those guys don't give souls. Hey, big guy. Where'd he go? Oh, he dashed away. Get back here, you rascal. Get back here. Oh, wait. Mikolash, they didn't start chasing until you started playing that chase music. Turn off the banjos and he'll stop chasing you. What are we doing here?
Ah, Cos. Or some say Cosm.
Hey, buddy. Are we doing matching hats? We're doing matching hats. Whoa. God, these guys are so annoying. Oh! Oh! I forgot about that move. The tentacle one shot. Yeah, it's when they go to Shelbyville, I think. And then they're getting chased away from Shelbyville in the pickup truck. There's a pickup truck full of rednecks chasing them. I think it's Abe and Homer. Maybe Bart. And it's like, well, they didn't start chasing until you started playing that like old-timey chase music or something. So funny. I died to that guy. It's such a shame. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, so you run down here. And then you follow the golden lights to the elevator. Don't fall in the pit. Oh. Ow. Get lost, lady. This is like one of the most... I'm sure this is intentional. This is one of the funniest parts of the entire game. Just purely for the 3 ravens with dogs' heads and the 1 dog with a raven's head. Where are the other 3 dog bodies? That's what I want to know. I have a right to know. Alright, big fella, let's do this again. This time I'm not going to get nuked by the tentacle. Where is he?
As you once did for the vacuous Rome.
Get back here, you rascal.
Grant us I,
Where'd he go?
sacred Grant us eyes.
Yeah, back here, you. Where'd he go? Get back here, you rascal. Oh! Okay, so I got stunned into the tentacle one shot. Roger that. The first time I fought this guy, he like did nothing at all except just get wrecked until the final stage, and then he was kind of dangerous. I took a single stun from the little corpse. You have to kill the corpse guys first, because if they stun you, that gives them time to do the tentacle shot, which is like 100% a one shot. I remember like when The Simpsons was really popular, that that Australia episode was like one of the ones that people like most cited. Call that a knife? This is a knife. That's a spoon. Oh, I see you played a game of knifey spoony before. That episode with like the koalas and the frogs and everything. I feel like that was one of the most like cited episodes. Who killed Maggie? No, sorry, who killed Monty Burns? Oh, that chain isn't. Oh! This lady's a fucking monster. She's gonna kill me with the chain as soon as I get out of here. Help! Oh! Alright, there goes my souls. They're a little crazy. That chain, and then the axe charge was like the one move. I did in my own defense do a panic roll. The guy who's like forcing Marge to drink beer in the bar. There's a game called, there's a game that Australians play. I was reading about this the other day. I think it's called like Goon or something. And what you do, I believe it's called Goon, is what you do is that you buy a very large bag of wine. First step, buy a bag of wine. Second step, tie the bag of wine to one of those like circular... tie the bag of wine to one of those circular clothes racks that go outside. And then you and your friends spin the bottle of wine, spin the rack, and then whoever the bag lies in front of, whoever the bag arrives in front of has to drink from the wine. And that's just, you do that until you goon get drunk. I know that was a southern accent, but it's just the way it went. There's also some guy who's been showing up my YouTube shorts lately, named like Shotgun something. Anyway, he's a real southern bloke. And the first thing I saw was like, people don't really know how to fry up catfish. They fry up the whole fillet, and then that's why it gets all mushy or whatever. And he talks about how you score the catfish onto the bone, and then put it in your seasoning mixture, and then you fry it, and then it drops down, and then when it starts to float up, let it float up for 2 minutes, and that's when your catfish is ready. And then the next video I saw from him, it went 0 to 100 real quick. The second video I saw from this guy was, if your kids are getting tired of like oatmeal or cold cereal or something, try fried shredded wheat biscuits. See, what you do is you warm up some milk in the microwave. Oh. Oh shit. set them off. What you do is you warm up some milk in the microwave, and you soak the shredded wheat biscuit in it. And then you put some butter in a pan. I need you to die so I can fight this guy. Okay. Save some circle energy for the tentacle. Oh. I'm not one shot, thank God. Yeah, fry the shredded wheat biscuit in the pan until it gets nice and golden brown. And then put it back in the hot milk that you've been keeping warm in the microwave. And that's a nice, delicious cereal that the kids are going to love. My grandma used to eat shredded wheat. Shredded wheat with like brown sugar on it is actually pretty good. This guy is so fucking stupid. I guess I'm stupid too if I died to him. What is this boss fight? Who fought up this one? What intern did the Witch of Hemwick fight and this one? Okay, you may ask your question.
Even in a dream, but alas, not too fast.
If you're asking to. If you just tell me you have a quick question for someone else, that's fine too. How do I get out of here? This way. Okay, I gotta watch out for the little gremlins on the way up. I hate these guys. Hey there, big fella. Okay. DPS. I'm playing a combat rogue. The undead giant. The undead giant in the... Is it... That's in a chalice dungeon, right? That's the only place I saw the undead giant was in a chalice dungeon. Is that where you are? I remember that boss. The things I remember was that his hooked arms are very long, and so it's deceptively long range for his attacks, and the amount of attacks in the combo keep changing. That was the part that I found frustrating about it. But he's not mobile. What kind of weapons are you using? Is the problem that you can't do enough damage, or is he killing you fast, or what do you think it is? Well, I guess those are kind of related, but... Like, you can't, like, I don't remember parrying that boss ever. Yeah. I don't think you can parry that boss with a gun. No, for sure not. I don't think so. I think he's too powerful. It's mostly just that's a boss that's pattern memorization. You have to... like, realize when you get a chance to hit him, but it's mostly like you can just kind of chip. You have to. The thing with this game is that you really have to chip away at range. This is compared to a Dark Souls game. You don't get an opportunity where boom, I can go all in and do everything now. All you can really do is hit and run for most of it, and just try to outrange him. The way this guy does that howl sounds like a comic book character. Where'd he go? Did he go up or down? There he is. Back here, fucker. Hey, get back here. Come back here, you fucker. Damn it, I didn't get him. He's just too fast for me. Ooh! The Undead Giant, Neotix, if you're still here, the Undead Giant is pretty straightforward in that you just have to... You have to be careful not to dodge backwards because the blades are much longer range than you think. But it's a pretty standard like dodge and counterattack fight. But he's just like a rampager, you know? He's here. Back here, rascal. It's the worst fight in human history. Okay, so he locked this off, so I gotta find my other way around.
Some say Cosmo.
Okay, so I think I have to go up and drop down. Right? Here comes the howl, it's coming. That wasn't it. I'm lost. That's where it was before. Oh! Can't get heals back from these guys. Okay, this is where he goes afterwards, I think. This is where I end up. This is the last fight is thing in here. God, this boss sucks. Oh, he's gonna get me. Oh no. I can't rally off these guys. So he's here. So I didn't get anything done at all. He's still here, so I have to get above him. But if I go up here... If I go here, this is the same thing. If I go here... Do I drop down here? No, you can't drop down here. So if I go here... This must be it. Unless this is the part... It's in here, right? Yes. Ooh. Okay, how many little dudes are in here with me? He's doing the arcane attack. I'm in big trouble. I'm dead. I'm dead. I dodged it. Oh, this attack is so hard. What do I do with that? I'm dead. If it hits me again, I'm dead. Like, what the fuck do you do? Do you get in his face? If you get in his face, does it not work? Or is it just going to hit you directly? It's so stupid. At least I know how to get to him, but... That's the one attack that's very, very high damage, so I'm not really sure how to dodge it, like a lot of things in this game. Not really sure what to do with that. Who's got higher arcane defense? A lot of these things. Ow. Ow. Forget you. There's other ones are kind of a smart move to fight though. So if she uses the whip, dodge left. If she uses the axe, shoot her. Oh god. Oh, that's a hole. Alright, so you loses later. Alright. Stupid Mikolash round 4. I think this was like literally a one-shot the first time I played against it. Kind of stumbled into the correct strategy. Which is kill the other ghosts and then just get in his face. But then this third phase is when he does that arcane barrage. And I have to figure out how to stop that. Look at the juke boots. Oh god. Alright, big fella. Get you in a corner, shall we? That's kind of close. What a great boss fight. Where to next?
Oh, majestic! A hunter
Go upwards,
is
right?
a hunter, even in a dream.
So the problem is the second time
Too far.
is you want to get the ghosts down, because if you don't get the ghosts down, then they might stun you while you're attacking him, and then you're gonna get kind of wrecked. Oh shit! The crossbow's on me. But the problem is, in the second phase, he's using the... In the second phase, he's using the Arcane Barrage, which is crazy. My souls are here. Oh, we go back to this room, do we? Oh. Come here, you big fucker. I feel like he's running faster this time. Damn it. You jump in the mirror again? You rascal. Whoa! So the risk here is not a war of attrition. It's just getting one shot by the Arcane Barrage. If he does 2 in a row, it's not easy to get back up. Okay, so where am I going? It's just the music of such a different boss than what this is, you know? Oh. I get a little chip damage in there. Where'd he go? Oh no, it's gonna kill me? What? When do they ever do that move ever? What the fuck? Every once in a while, some random ass creature does like an 8-hit combo at turbo speed, and you're like, you're an old lady with a pickaxe. And it just fucks you so hard because normally it doesn't happen. Oh god. I thought I could do so much more today than I could. Again with all this? You guys want to walk in the pit? What do you think about that? Later, boner. No. This is the last dungeon before... Essentially, this is the last dungeon before the main campaign is over. And so you're kind of recommended to do the DLC once you finish most of the main story. So once you finish this area and whatever else is there to do, you before you do the final confrontation, you then do DLC stuff, and then you do the final confrontation. Because if you do the last boss, there's no it just starts the next new game over. Boy, here we go again. He's so much slower than the first time. I still can't catch him. Eh. What's kind of exciting about chase scenes? Hey. I was looking at chat, Mikolash. Milos. That's the combo that's fucking killed me before. Alright, big fella, let's do it. Mix it up. Good try. Ooh, that was close. Good one. You maybe next time. Yeah, good job. You almost got me. You almost got me. Yo, yeah, that was a good try. Oh, you better use your tentacle. You better use your tentacle move. Have you thought about using your tentacle move? Oh, you used your tentacle move. Good try. Oh, nice one. I'll just use my whole combo on you again. Skeletons are hard in Dark Souls 2.
Majestic.
I agree.
A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. Nightmares, worlds, and chains unending.
Good job, big guy. Good try.
Some say, Cosmo, do you hear our prayers?
Alright, let's do this farce again. Let's go. Through the mirror? Yeah. I really like that howl. It's really funny. It really does it for me. I'm a big fan of that howl. Oh, he juked me hard there. How you like that? Punk bitch. Watch out. No, don't do your super giga combo. I can't take it. Ooh. Ooh. We do this again. God, this boss sucks. Oh my god. Wait. Everything's just fine. It's just so tedious. Ooh.
Saint Cosmo, hear our prayers as you once did for the Vikings.
Okay, so what do I do with these arcane barrages? How do I not die to these things again?
Eyes on our bones, cleansed beasts
Stop juking me.
ran like a road. Cosmos, of course. Let us sit about and speak feverishly, chatting into the wee hours of new ideas.
Oh, fuck! I can't believe it. He hit me with a weird angle there. I can't believe I'm fighting this guy like 5 times. Like, my god, kill me. Oh, you just blasted me right in the face. This is only like the halfway part of the dungeon too. After that you go to the top levels, then you have to fight the wet nurse. Oh my god. He just got me right in the face with that. It's like 100, everything is like 100% killing me in this new game plus. In these later parts, I think the wet nurse boss is gonna be pretty brutal too. Oh, God, this whole thing again. I don't know who that is. Oh, I guess no. I only listen to Mikolash, the host of the Nightmare. That's all. That's the only person I listen to. No, I don't know them. Is it like audio or is it books? Can't believe I'm doing this fight again. Oh my god. Cool. feel like my podcast life is a bit dry lately. The big fella, where are you? There he is. Out of breath. Mikolash is too good a runner. Oh my god, that didn't hit him? Like, who the fuck are you aiming for? There you go. That juke is the funniest part. Wait, no, I'm lost. He's doing it to me again? The double juke? Buddy, where are you going? Okay. Got it, man. Whatever you want. That's the combo. Oh my god, he almost hit me with the tentacle. You trying to hit me? You trying to give me a rabbit punch there, bud? I can't believe I got hit by that. I guess because I was kind of a bit too close range. Ooh, I'm scared now. Oh! I like it better when he instantly retaliates. When he kind of like held it for a second, that was a little spooky. Ooh, that was close. But this is my third time. I get 4 shots of this, right? Here we go.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast.
What are you listening to currently? One of his? Nice. The last kind of thing similar to that I listened to was a car ride, where I listened to Killers of the Flower Moon, the book that became the Martin Scorsese movie from like earlier this year. I'm gonna get hit by the crossbow bolt here. Oh, shit, watch out. That sounds great. It's a big that's a big claim you're making there. Greatest storyteller, and the book is better. For Killers of the Flower Moon, the book is better. Not necessarily in those like, oh, the book is always better moment. That's not necessarily true. But more like because it's just a really different story structure. There's just things that they like introduce in the movie right off the bat, which are like some of the, I think some of the most important details to learn about the book over time. If you watch one, I think the book is the one to watch. It's the one to experience. It's a really good book. It's like one of my favorite authors. Yeah, big movie. I just don't think they like did a very good job with it. They like turned it into something that it wasn't and got kind of wrapped up in the wrong shit, I think. Oh, how do you like that? Ooh, that was close. Ooh, okay. A counterattack. I can't believe I'm doing this again. Oh my god. The parts that were good is I was able to pressure him right off the bat, which is good. Oh, that was close. Oh. I've never seen him try to punch me before. Kinda cute. Okay, one more combo, I think, after this, as long as I'm safe. Ooh. One more. Uh-oh. Oh. Do you have to outrange it? In this case, I would not do that because I think if a lot of the things that the book covers, basically the reason The Killers of Flower Moon is such a good book is because it essentially reads like a mystery novel, even though it's a true crime novel, even though it's true what happened. So, a lot of the things that make the book so amazing are like the build up over time of information. But a lot of those things are kind of covered pretty early in the movie. So if you want to read the book, I would really say that's like the... If that's something you're into, a lot of people don't really like reading. But for this particular story, it's so much more effective as a book. So the problem there is I feel like I gave him too much space. And if you give him space, then he does the Arcane Barrage. And the Arcane Barrage is yet another move in this bullshit game that just seems like totally unexplainable how you're supposed to block it. What the fuck is your deal? In my opinion, I don't think it's a very good movie. It's Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio and all these things and prestige picture, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think it's good. I think they're like, oh, this story isn't really about what the story is. Like, I think there's a lot of ways where they felt this pressure to make it more about the Osage Indians. Don't get me wrong, it's completely about the Osage Indians. But also about the characters who are involved in their world. And in their attempts to make it more about the native tribe, I think they kind of got tripped up a little bit. If you ask me, I think they got a little bit tripped up. Oh wow, if you go this way, he goes right into here. What? Oh, that's the big brain move to save time. No! Okay, he didn't kill me. It's close, though. My weapon's at risk. This fucking game. They just like don't tell you. It's just instantly useless. I'm so tilted. I'm so unbelievably tilted. Oh. It's like New Game Plus, so he's like 100% one-shotting me. I have to change to arcane gear. Hi. So that's church set. It's gonna help me not get it's gonna help me not get one shot by the stupid the arcane barrage, which seems to be the only real problem here. It's a nightmare. Everything today is taking me so long, more than I thought. I did also knew, to be fair, that I was being optimistic. Ho. Ah. Who have I even fought today? I did the whole unseen village, followed by this whole nightmare. That's all I've really done. 7.5 hours. I never would have expected it was going to be this way. I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl. I never meant to bring you to my world. And now you're lying in the corner crying. And it's my fault, my fault. I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl. I never meant to bring you to my world. And now you're lying in the corner crying. And it's my fault, my fault. How many blood vials do we have now? 53 in storage? Alright, one more round. Now I can use my weapon again. Now time to go get one shot by this dude who just needs one arcane barrage to 100% kill me. Which is feeling really good. It's feeling really good. What's that noise? Yes? Can I help you? What's going on, baby? Are the rascals outside? It does kind of sound like there's rascals outside, doesn't it? Ugh. Easy there, Paco. No. This was a one-shot last time. Just kind of, I think, a little bit complacent. Also been fighting bosses all day, so I think it's kind of like messing with me a little bit. Also, it's really, really high damage in New Game Plus. Like, the Arcane Blast is like my full health bar. I think the Tentacle is like 95%. That's the thing in this game. If your Blood Vial heals about 40%, I would say. But a lot of attacks, especially on New Game Plus, are like 70 to 80% of your health. And so you either waste one, or you risk getting, or like you feel like you're wasting one, or you risk getting one shot. Hey, big fella. So that's the route you take. Yes, baby. Ooh. It's another boss where, like, the reason I got killed in a attempt where I almost did it is because I got far enough away that he did the Arcane Barrage. But he's not going to do that if you're close enough.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast.
Oh!
Churns unending.
Oh!
Some say Cosmo. Do you hear our prayers?
Yes, baby. I gotta fight Mikolash. Can't stop right now. There might be specters. You understand, Katie? There might be specters. Kitty, there might be specters. Think about that. Put him there, yeah. Oh! He resisted my assault. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I can't fight these guys. At least I'm, you know, cutting down the travel time. 2 levels up, and then to the right, just before the elevator. If you do this, sometimes this guy goes through like several mirrors and the whole thing. I guess it's you kind of chase him to the wrong place. There we go. Oh! Oh shit. Who's more insane? The guy who made this game? The guy who made this boss fight, or this guy? So last time my mistake was to charge up full energy, so I backed up enough to charge up full energy, slightly scared of his weak, pathetic punch. And then you just hit him once he's done. That's just the worst boss fight ever. It's so bad. What are they doing over there? From Software's like, we can't make a game where we're partnering with Sony be our best game. So let's sabotage the boss fights a little bit. No one's gonna notice. Are you beautiful? Are you a good girl? So that time I had to step back enough for 1 tentacle and then just use a half endurance bar on him. So I wasn't playing with fire, as you will. I put on a full arcane defense set and then proceed never to get hit. This is so stupid. I love it. Alright, where are we going? Time to get back to my beak mask closet. Should I go back to the dollhouse set that I was wearing yesterday and just like make my life miserable? Oh. 300,000 souls. Wonder how many of those I had before. They don't really give you that for Mikolash, do they? The victory for Milos! Where am I going? It's at the top. That's not even 3 levels at this point. Isn't that crazy? Okay, I let my cat out. Hold on.
Farewell, good hunter.
When I got here, I couldn't press start. I'm not surprised by that. I actually don't know very much about like how good modern system emulation is. Like 2 summers ago, I was emulating a Sega Saturn game on my phone, and it was like terrible. Damn, these levels are heavy. I was using a Sega Saturn game, Shining Force 3, on my phone, my Android phone, and it was like the sound was like unmanageable, and all these things. But I'm pretty sure that would work fine on my computer. I'm not saying it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of, I don't really know how well people can emulate stuff. I know at this point, like up until like PS3 era is probably doable, like pretty easily. Okay, I think this thick cold blood, 4 frenzied cold blood. How much is this? Yeah, I'll be able to get a level from it. Almost for sure. It's 8,000 only? Shoot, I thought that was more. I thought this was gonna be 10. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Okay, I'm still gonna need like a bunch. Okay, I need 13,000. Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, I heard Switch ones are doable. I actually don't know anybody. I don't know. I don't have that many, like, sort of like dorky video game friends. Really, not too many. Most of them kind of like more casual. I actually don't know anyone with a Steam Deck. I don't think. Oh. I repeat, I cannot die with my 100,000 souls right now. Nintendo Switch is a system I was never terribly tempted to get. I've like kind of missed the last 2 console generations because I just like only play PC games. I don't even know what I'd play that like I felt like I could not miss. Like I would enjoy playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, but I also feel like I'd be like, well, I just did all this completionist stuff and I spent too much time. I put too much time into the game. You know what I mean? I mean, some of those Fire Emblem games are good. Some of those like old school RPG remasters are good that are only on like Nintendo Shop. I guess I could play Mario Odyssey for a weekend. It'd be kind of fun.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let me.
Okay, I'm gonna change one of my runes from more echoes for slain enemies, because that's kind of like not that important at this point, to a really big stamina one. 15% max stamina, that's crazy. Especially for my build, I just need to be able to attack as much as possible. My stamina feels a bit low. Camera? That has never once happened before. Thank you for the heads up. That has never happened before. What has happened? Alright, where are we going? Middle of Mirgo's Loft. Onward and upward. Yeah. Nintendo has been like kind of weird like that always, basically. Every generation from like N64 onwards have all been worse quality than their competitors, but all sell better. Wait, where am I going? Like from N64 versus PlayStation on, it was never like the graphical system. So am I gonna do the secret area again? Smile? Hint, the answer's no. I think one of the reasons you do that to get the mother brain and everything is a blood rock. So I might be mad to do no. I might be mad if I ever play this game more. I can hear the baby. So if I roll into here, I can do this whole area. It could actually be pretty good at this part now that I know how to do it. So what would I be doing it for? You get the living string. What other things do you get? This is me saying it into my phone, audio, voice to text. Nightmare of Memphis, Bloodrock. Without New Game Plus. Nightmare of Memphis, Secret Path. So I do think there is a Bloodrock there. I think if you drop down to the part around where the mother brain is. Look at this. This is the one I missed because I didn't drop down. I missed the only Bloodrock in the main game. So what's the final moon rune? Yeah, 30% extra. Oh, the brain is what's in the distant tower causing the frenzy damage. How do you get the make contact rune? Do I have that? Something I don't have. In corpse? I don't care enough about that. It's all good. But there is a blood rock there. Okay, so am I doing this? Now that I know how to do it, I can do this probably pretty easily. I think we can change the other gun though. And to fall and get tilted by falling again. Yeah, that's the first time. Good start, good start. I probably died 10 times just from trying to do the roll. I mean, it's gonna be tomorrow. I mean, sorry, it's gonna be like Monday or something to do the DLC. Because this is still gonna take me. It's already 6:20. The DLC is gonna have to be next week. Because I have Andrea here Saturday, Sunday. So I'm probably not gonna get a chance to do anything. Maybe Sunday. I find generally speaking, if I have company for the weekend, even if she leaves like mid-afternoon. Oh. Even if she leaves mid-afternoon, like at that point when it's like 3, it's kind of like, if I don't start in the morning, I find like I don't really have the mentality for streaming. I just want to like be quiet about that point. If I don't start with like caffeine in my bloodstream pre-noon, I rarely have the energy to like really want to do it. Okay, let's work on our jump form. Wow, I can't fucking do it. Like that seemed like you have to wait till you're like right at the same level as it basically and roll. It says that for that weapon, it says a silver sword that you combine with its sheath to become a great sword. If you had a bladed sheath, you'd be in a lot of trouble. It's like walking around in the world, you know? Yeah, sometimes I can do it by rolling. Sometimes I can do it by like just stepping out. But most of the time I can't do it at all. Go. Okay, so eventually the way I found to do this was to just spam a charge attack on them to keep stunning them. This one I think I can just skip. Ow. These ones you can't. Once I figured that out after like trying and failing to like dodge them a million times, I always thought that was pretty funny. That was the strat. Expensive on the old blood vials. Okay, that took me like a long time to figure out last time. Okay, in here is 4 spiders, and then I think one of those dudes is on the far side. No, it's the other, this next room. Never mind. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's probably the most souls. Those, they're called winter lanterns. Apparently, those are probably the most souls per normal enemy in the game. Are those guys for good reason? They're the most annoying, horrible thing ever. Oh, that like hanging Chad there freaked me out. Okay, the brain that's been doing crazy damage to us. I had no idea what was happening the first time I did this. That's like the original icon. That thing there is like the. I think that's kind of like what it's insinuated is that thing is like what just started everything. Ow. There's nothing here but a ton of loot. Oh, that frenzy was a little close. That thing is so busted. These are 2 inside each. Why did I not get a drink of water when I went inside to let the cat out? Okay, so now down here is a blood rock. From what I recall, it's the only one in the entire story that you can get. The only way to upgrade your weapon from +9 to +10 is that guy there. So is there a ladder or you just drop? Then what do you do once you're down there? So I wish I got one of these last time. It would have saved me 60 or whatever. There's a hole over here. Okay, great. That was pretty easy. Where is this? This is where I fought the hunter and the spiders. Got it. So what's the best way? What's the fastest way back? This way. If I'd killed one more of those winter lanterns, I could have got a level. In retrospect. Okay, run for your life. Wait, this is not the right way to go. Shoot. Maybe it was the right way to go. I think I need about 120,000 for a level. Oh. Ah! Don't kill me! Oh! Once in a while, spiders. That was one of the craziest things I used to complain about the most in Dark Souls 2. Was like spiders doing like leap attacks on you. And just ending your whole life. They would just never miss. Is he dead? I think one thing I'm so impressed with this company by, one, they have terrific game design. They have terrific creature design, but they also have amazing weapon design and armor design too. Okay, look at this weapon. See that? That's what it is in one-handed form. You see like the top arc and then the bottom arc. And then when you split them, Those are the two weapons turned into one. So if you look carefully, he pulls them together into one. So they make a design that works as a blade, but also works as two different separate blades. It's very cool. A lot of their swords look excellent. A lot of Dark Souls games have that kind of like grimy vibe to them, you know what I mean? So a lot of things are like big, heavy, rocky type weapons.
Very well. Let me.
I gotta drink the water, hold on. Looking through like the Dark Souls subreddit for like Bloodborne or whatever for the Amygdala fight, every single comment where they're like, "Don't get hit and kill her." Every single time anyone has a comment being like, "Yeah, don't get hit, then hit her until she dies." Every one of those comments is upvoted. in a lot of other subreddits, to be like, "Don't be just like in it, man." That would be -5. Basically, just kill her. You're welcome. +5. Yeah, don't get hit. Then hit her until she dies. +6. They get exactly as many upvotes as the people who give actionable advice. Pretty funny. Yeah, Reddit sucks. I used to follow the League of Legends Reddit a lot, and then would also just generally go to Reddit when bored. Now I go to Reddit and I go to /all, and I see, and /all is like all of the most popular posts, and you see the most like disgusting group of haters on the planet. That whole side room, rolling off that elevator into that area and doing that, took me like an hour and a half to figure out last time. Okay, we got one more boss today, and then that'll probably be it. Okay. I spent the entire game thinking that things I picked up were wasted if I picked up too many. Like, I actually, like, made moves to make that not happen. It's so funny. Which do I prefer? Well, I've played more League of Legends than I've played WoW, although both those games ruined my life. But I had more fun playing WoW. I think WoW was a more like magical game. League of Legends has made good friends off of, but League is like, because it's only 35-minute games. One, it has the worst community of people on the planet. Not even joking. There's no one worse than the average League player in terms of the way they behave on the server. They're the worst person, like the worst people on the planet. The way the people talk to each other, like, it's crazy. It's so bad. I would rather like people like call me every slur on the planet and mean it, rather than like the way League players talk to each other, which is like nothing matters except the person doing slightly better or the person with like a slightly better win rate or anything like that. That's everything else devolves into that. Like, you cannot communicate with people. And especially now, like 14 seasons into the game, it's even worse now than it used to be. In the beginning, like, I played League since like 2010, basically, in some ways. In the beginning, the first 3 years, people would like talk to each other and like compliment their teammates and compliment their opponents. That never happens anymore. Ever. It's been around too long. People are like too bitter. Like people have learned like me not to talk and to like mute everybody. It's so bad. And then, but WoW is like the classic game that they're like, oh, these sweaty neckbeards like lost their life playing it. You know what I mean? But like, it's actually beautiful. Like the way it feels like to be like running through a zone in WoW when it's like quiet and like somewhere in the night with the music playing, like it's a sick feeling. WoW is also like integral to a lot of like what kind of like gaming became. Like I think a lot of like the early really critical Twitch streamers like Soda Pop and everything were like WoW streamers. How do you dodge that? I guess dodge earlier. Is WoW an online story game or is PvP? So you really don't know anything about it at all, do you? WoW is like not the first, but the first very popular MMO, as in massively multiplayer online game. So you level and you do quests and you like kill rabbits and like perform messenger services and do all the quests in an area and level up, and then each level up you like put points into different skills and try a different thing, and then you group with people. So there is PvP, but it's secondary to it being largely a questing game. Actually, arenas, once they came in during the first expansion, arenas are very interesting, I thought. Arenas, especially 3v3 arenas, was like a really, really deep and quite complex game. It's not like the most watchable thing ever. Like a good way to decide like what the best, like, oh god, the best esports are things that are like, unlike WoW or LoL, something like, I don't know, Counter-Strike, where it's so much more obvious what's happening. You know what I mean? Everyone knows what's happening in Counter-Strike, but like if Katarina gets off a Death Lotus, like no one really gives a shit. Doesn't look like how to win in League is not, even though League of Legends had like a really vibrant esport because it was like the king of the castle for so many years. Shit. Because it was so dominant on like Twitch and like so popular that it had a lot of support and a lot of fan base. But like there was a long time, this kind of stopped around Fortnite time, but League of Legends for a while was like, I gotta pull one of these guys and not the other. Nice. That was the first time I've ever pulled one of those piggies. What was I saying? Yeah, so League of Legends back in like 2014, 2015. One of the reasons it was so fun to watch is because like when their esports started, it was like hundreds of thousands of people watching it. And that wasn't the case for anything. Now Twitch is like a lot more diverse. Twitch is a lot more diverse now. Like I would say less than 50% of the biggest streamers are English speaking. I see a lot of like really, really big Japanese streamers and Spanish speaking. And Fortnite was the first game that like really challenged League's dominance as like the biggest game on Twitch. That was the first time where like it wasn't the #1 category literally at all times. Now League is like lucky to be top 5. and is frequently top 10, and apparently is the 7th most played game. But now the ecosystem is more like things like Minecraft and Roblox, time after time after time after time, because the parents let their kids play it, are like the player bases of those games, and Fortnite, which also happens to be free. The biggest games are always going to be free games. They just body everything else so hard it's not even close. Fucking the ring wraiths over here. Dun 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 dun. Dum 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 dum. Bam 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 bam. Ow! What the fuck? That did so much damage. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. This fucking guy. That did like 80% of my health. I did panic roll there, but I don't want to lose 200,000 souls. It's so annoying. I gotta back up there. Anyway, the ring wraiths are destroying me. Bum bum bum. Dum 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 dum. My favorite songs. I think you're also like not missing much, because I think that the MMO era feels weird now. There was a while where a lot of games come up and people who played them were like, this game is really good. But MMOs need a critical mass of players to be worth it for other people. You need one MMO with 10 million more than 10 MMOs with 1 million. As like a basic sort of a way of looking at it. I don't know, don't quote me on those numbers, but like the problem with it is that most people will just play WoW because their friends play WoW, and if there's more people playing WoW, you get more people to play with. But like games like WildStar and I don't know, Guild Wars and all these things, people will play. But the thing with it is you need a social life. And I don't even think I don't think there are any MMOs anymore that are really popular outside of really, really super grindy ones from Asia. Like they're very popular in Asia. Like I think Korea and China has a lot of popular MMOs that don't really make it here. I think. But now it's like, I don't think it's like, it's kind of different. There's like FF14 and there's WoW. Why can't I get my sword in that guy's butthole? Alright, see you later, bud. I've never seen that happen before, ever. Okay, see if I can play draw one of these guys again. I did get that one. No, 331? What could have possibly got me 331 souls? Shit. Alright, Big Papa. I gotta finish this guy quick. Ooh. God. Oh, God. You dead? Oh! I'm in the struggle bus right now. Pigs have too many eyes. That's just the reality of the situation. The pig has too many eyes, and it's not gonna work. That was weird. What possibly got me 331 XP? Did the pig fight the little loot gremlin? Is that what happened? That's the pig there. What's he doing? What are you doing down there? Who are you fighting? Oh my god, I have so much money. I have so many souls. Yeah. Those to me are what are called ARPGs. Like Lost Ark, Path of Exile especially. You can hear the pig. Where are my souls? There they are. Oh my god, thank god. Oh, the pig is here. How did he get here, and what did he do along the way? Did he fight other people? Are these guys dead because that piggy fought them? There was like at least 3 different guys who died. Did the pig fight those guys? He did, didn't he? The pig fought those 2 ring wraiths. Nope. Who did the pig fight? I'm so confused. Did he fight one of them? Where's the samurai ring wraith? Did he fight him? I shouldn't have killed him. I should have let him live. Should have let him live in dignity. That was the funniest thing ever. Where did that guy go? What have you been up to? What was I saying before? My 2 favorite songs from the Lord of the Rings are like the sort of standard theme. The one that's got the Shire inflection to it. And the Isengard theme. Where's the moon? The really, really deep drums of the Uruk-hai in Isengard. Whoa, that is a serious moon. In the movies, the Lord of the Rings movies, those are my 2 favorite. Sorry, when I saw the pigs and I saw those ring wraiths, the ring wraiths reminded me of the Lord of the Rings movies, which I still think are the most beloved movies of like this millennium, and I don't even think it's close. I don't even think there's a close second place, honestly. But yeah, when I saw those ring wraiths, I started hearing like the drums of Isengard in my head, even though there's no ring wraiths at Isengard. But let's focus on the details here. Okay, I gotta pull these guys. One of my other favorite scenes is Denethor munching on roast chicken and tomatoes. Deep close-ups. Okay, I gotta pull these guys. I don't want to die here. Maybe I'll run past them. Because I know there's an elevator coming. I can run for it. Later, boners. Enjoy your life. I'm out. Oh! There's Mama. And over here, I'm 99% sure, is an elevator down. You've never watched the Lord of the Rings movies? Well, you're in for a treat if you're watching The Fellowship of the Ring tonight. But again, all 3 of these movies are really long. So be mentally prepared for that. But you're in for a treat if you have never seen The Fellowship of the Ring. The same way that people come into this channel and be like, they're just trying to vicariously watch someone who is playing their favorite Souls game for the first time. The fact that you get to watch The Fellowship of the Ring for the first time, wow. I am so happy for you. That is an unbeatable experience. I saw that in theaters. That show, or that trilogy, I think is like, if you could ask people what thing they would just want to have on, you know what I mean? If you could ask someone like what thing the most people have just like on when they're doing other stuff, like me and Cruel Beans when we lived together, if we just be playing WoW like on our laptops or chilling, that Fellowship of the Ring would be on, or one of those Lord of the Rings movies would be on every single time, and it was just an absolute jam every single time. Absolutely a jam every single time. So good. I have a lot of friends who still watch, like, who just put the trilogy on TV all the time. So great. Okay, I'm gonna kill one of these guys because that should give me 3 levels. Then I'm gonna see if I can beat Murgo's Wet Nurse in like less than 5 tries, and then that's it for me today. I think I actually need 360,000. I'm excited. Boulder is kind of intense. I thought he was stunned, but he was just recovering from the boulder. So you do that here. I'm out of here. Could you give me a clip of that? That timing was too good.
Welcome. What is? Very well. Let.
I'm 40,000 short. So my levels are 120,000.
Farewell, good hunter.
Let's get one more. Just for good measure. Oh, I get to upgrade my gun too. I spent 120 insight on getting blood rocks for my 2 main weapons. Now I got 1 bonus blood rock, and there's also apparently 1 in the expansion too. But I'll save the 1 for the expansion. I might even save this one. No, I might even save this one for a DLC weapon. Or 2. I think there's another blood rock in the DLC. But the Evelyn has treated me well. If you do watch The Fellowship of the Ring, make sure you have good sound. You know what I mean? Whether it's like headphones or whatever you're doing. It is a great score. It's a classic Howard Shore moment. Howard Shore's been making good movie soundtracks for a very long time, and they're all very different from each other. That rules. Ugh. Jesus. Hey fellas, which way are we going today? No, we're not doing lanterns. Thank you, I'll review that after. Ah. Fucking lantern motes? This thing of being able to save blood vials is the biggest game changer in Bloodborne history. Lucky Playful Mocha OS Sloth. Pretty good. I need... This guy thought he could attack me with a flame scythe. That's hilarious. Do 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 do. They actually made all of the Lord of the Rings movies in New Zealand, which is where the director is from. And they made the Shire, which is the beginning zone of the movie. Beginning zone. I played too many WoW games. And a lot of it they kept intact. It's sort of like a tourist attraction. Because hobbits live in sort of like they live inside hills with like lovely round doors inside little like underground houses. It's very homey and very warm. And so they made that in some part of New Zealand and they've kept it. Pretty rad. I would go to New Zealand. I don't think there's a whole lot to do there, but I also think it's like a pretty rad country to live. It's also like the #1 place, or one of the #1 places that like billionaires build their like, in case you have to get off the grid. Oh. That guy's axe has got such crazy range. Yeah. Yeah, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It was made later, and for a bunch of other reasons, you're much better off watching The Lord of the Rings. One, because if you really like The Lord of the Rings, you can watch The Hobbit afterwards. But mostly because of like kind of production stuff. Like The Hobbit was originally going to be made by someone else, but the producers kind of, it was supposed to be made by Guillermo del Toro, and he had very, very original and creative designs for the monsters, and it was going to be a bit of a departure from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which was very, very successful. So basically, in a huge error, the producers lost their nerve, and they didn't want to go forward with Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro is a beast, and he would have done an amazing job at it, and the guy is totally talented and like a gem. So they got worried, and they pulled the plug on his project, and they gave it to Peter Jackson, who made the 3 Lord of the Rings movies, to then make the 3 Hobbit movies. And he worked 20-hour days for like 4 years to make them, and they're kind of rushed, and they just don't have that same feel, and they don't have that same magic. A lot more computer animation. The artistry isn't quite the same. It's just not really. If you love the Lord of the Rings trilogy after watching it, feel free to watch The Hobbit and enjoy it. But it is not the same quality product, and it hasn't captured people's hearts in the same way. They just kind of like, they just should have given it to Guillermo del Toro and let him do it, because that guy is a beast and he would have done a great job. That's the end of my rant. But the original 3, I'm so happy for you, especially the Fellowship of the Ring, because since they were going to make a trilogy, a lot of times you have to make sure that the money behind you when they're funding a movie is going to be securing you. So for example, I think this might also maybe apply to like maybe some other trilogies, like the Star Wars trilogy or something. I'm not really quite sure. But in the Lord of the Rings, they really, really went to town. Oh, there's an elevator. They really, really went to town in Lord of the Rings to make sure that the first one was a hit, so that they'd get the funding to make the second 2. And so for reasons like that, there's an argument that the first one is actually the best one, because it was made with like the most love or the most attention. It's like, let's say there's 3 movies. It's like 40, 30, 30, let's say, roughly, in terms of how much effort was put into making it. It's probably the best one. So yeah, you're doing great. All right, here we are. 8 hours and 42 minutes in. Time for Murgo's Wet Nurse. Yeah. One of the greatest movie successes of all time. Not only that kind of era, that late 90s, early 2000 era, was just the beginning, to some degree, of... Yeah, right here. This is the moment. Murgo's Wet Nurse. You came in. Well, we've gone full circle. That era, like Matrix, like to some degree Jurassic Park, but that era, like Matrix into Lord of the Rings, into I'm sure some other movies, maybe like the Spider-Man one, something like that, was that like first actual computer animation era where it started to look good. and became worth it to use. And Lord of the Rings took all of the artists who had been drawing Lord of the Rings art since like the 1970s and had all of them on payroll when they were designing all the set design for the movies. So they just nailed the aesthetic. It's not like cheesy. It doesn't look bad. That bad really for being 25 years old, but like just the aesthetic and the art style is premium. I've read it described as like this superb pewter look, Pewter. They did such a great job with it. The art style, like the look of it is incredible. All right. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be another disaster using the Blades of Mercy? Am I going to move over to the cane for range, or am I going to go all in? What items should I use? Probably none. I never use items. Most of these things are on my other bar. Like, I got all my power-ups here. Fire paper, bolt paper, beast blood, bone marrow, antidote. There we go. Am I gonna be time for a beast blood? What do you think? Oh boy, another cinematic. Oh, this boss stresses me out. Oh, that's a lot of blades. I don't know about these short-range weapons. Alright, big fella, what do you got? Oh. Okay, I'm trying to dodge. I'm trying to roll behind her, but that was like a full 360 pirouette. I have to remember these moves. But using the Beast Blood and then going to town on her to recuperate health through rallying, that's pretty fun. That's kind of what I did with what's that guy called in the Advent Plaza? The Lost One Scourgy thing, whatever that's called. That dude. If you went to the side, even though you're taking damage from the kicking legs, you could pretty much recoup half of it through rallying. And then just once in a while, if the fireballs or like whatever else was hurting you too much, you back out and heal when you ran out of endurance. But that was like for sure like legit war of attrition. All right, Big Mama. So you get Yosefka's blood in that vial here. Who is this? Can you kill her? She's doing the same crying as in Canehurst Castle. The elevator's not there. They're not about quality of life in this game. They don't bring the elevator back down for you. You gotta do that yourself. There's a little bit of autopilot there. I one-shot this boss actually last time. With the Threaded Cane. A lot of the late game bosses, I one-shot. Not a lot, but a couple, I think. I think Mikolash? Maybe I did. And then that one. Could be wrong. I think I one-shot Mikolash. And I think I one-shot this Murgo's Wet Nurse, even though it was really close. Or two-shot? I think I did it. I think I used your cheer and positive voice. Alright, let's get in there. It's a bit rude, I think. Ow. Ow. Come on. Already? Oh. Do you not see me either? Actually, there's a ton of health. Oh. She's like, oh, there you are. I was wondering. I'm too late in the roll. I can't use the bolt paper. It was saying no. Why? No music for this either. Oh shit. Now you play survival the fittest. Just panic rolling. Is that the real one? Oh shit. Move, 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 move! Can we get done here? Hey, Jesus. Alright. Last stage. Here, like that. Throwing knife. 101, baby. Beast blood! Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh, that was almost a one shot. I swear that spell. I expected that thing to totally kill me there. Oh no. Move, 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 move! Oh. Okay, one more shot here. The boss is not hard. It's fun though, but it's not like hard. Tell me about it. Where's the baby? Baby? Where's Murgo? If you read the umbilical cords, the descriptions are actually kind of like one of those things that's kind of interesting for lore. A great relic, also known as the cord of the eye. Every infinite great one has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great one loses its child, then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. This is kind of like... This is complicated. Next one. Oops. A great relic, also known as the cord of the eye. Every infant... Provost Willem sought the cord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a great one by lining his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if men were to ever match their greatness. And then the third one says... This cord granted Mensis audience with Murgo, but resulted in the stillbirth of their brains. What's that mean? I think it's German with an H and an extra N. I think that's how they do it. Yeah. I know. So yeah, now it's actually I think I'm not going to do this, but I think you can actually do Gehrman and then use a hunter's mark and then fight the last boss. I'm not going to do that, but I think from what I read, that's possible. Yeah, like that. I thought it was GH, but I could be wrong. So I could be wrong, but I think you might be able to exit after Gehrman and the last boss that you get from using the thing. And make sure you eat the umbilical cords before you play him. Okay, we're good. 72,000 only. I think I got 300,000. I think I got like at least $250,000 for Mikolash. And they give me 72,000 for her. Are you kidding me? What like even is this, you know? It's stupid.
Good hunter.
I should have known by this is the last boss. The whole building is on fire.
Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree.
Okay, that's really like obvious if you think about it.
May you find...
You know what I mean? That's like now that I look back on it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's saying this is over. 3 keen cold blood. I think this is 20,000 each. I'm gonna do one little run here of my classic run, and then use those 3, and then maybe go one more level. Then it's DLC time. I mean, Monday, I guess. Damn. This will be so long today. Oh well. I guess no 34-minute Bloodborne speed runs for me. Not yet. Not ever. $72,000 for the wet nurse? That axe strike, I used to dash through and get hit by the other side of the swing. God, this guy's such a beast. Please don't kill me. I'm working my reflexes there. I think it's so crazy that like 0.02 of a second is like good reaction speed for a human, and a cat's reaction speed is 30 to 60 milliseconds. And for us, 200 is like quite good, I think, like a really above average. I think the average human is like 200 to 300, if not higher. I think 200 to 300. And a cat is like 30 to 60. You understand how crazy that is? Like those videos where like a cat sniffs a snake in the face and then the snake bites the cat or tries to, and the cat like backs up. And then the cat backs up and bats it away. And like a time, like we would not be able to see that at all. Ow. I did my double barrel out there. Now these guys can be. Yeah, that sounds about right. Houseflies? You gotta use like a secret. You gotta use like secret tricks to catch them. 20 MS? That's like my ping in League of Legends in Chicago. That's another reason that in some online games, especially like I don't know, games like League of Legends or maybe other ones, I'm sure all of them, like your ping to the server makes a huge difference. Like typically speaking, Korea is the best at a lot of esports, but also very much like undeniably the best at League of Legends. Some people will say China. China has a very good league. Has a very good league with a very good system and a very, very competitive schedule. But Chinese teams never win without like their two mandatory import Koreans. I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I think it's every single time. Whereas so the team that wins is either 5 Koreans or 2 Koreans, 3 Chinese. That's the only teams that ever win world championships. Anyway, it has to be partly the reason why is that the vast majority of people live in Seoul in Korea and the servers are in Seoul. So people get like 6 MS to the servers when they're playing a game. Me personally, when the servers moved from California to Chicago, when I lived in Toronto, my ping went from like 65 to 30 and I went up like a full tier in rank like almost immediately. Makes a huge difference how fast you can react to stuff. Needed 2 more of these. Makes a huge difference. I think probably the same thing in like Counter-Strike and stuff too.
Gammon away. Go. Very well. Let.
Okay, well.
Farewell, good hunter.
That's all we're doing.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
Should I change my gear around to have a custom set? Different boots? It's funny that the gloves get a piece, but trousers and boots are one. All skirt? Really knows the difference. I need gloves and trousers that have like a distinct look to them. The all metal? So why do these messengers not have the hat I gave them? Do you know that there's a thing back here? I never knew that until like today. That there's a whole little garden back here. Get little hats on them. There's like a little girly one too, but I never found it. Canehurst, Crowfeather, surgical long gloves. Well, against Gehrman, you'll need different stuff. For now, we'll just still keep doing the full crow set. Not even better. This is the surgical gloves. What? That's so bad. These are weirdly good. The Tomb Prospector set is weirdly good. These are weirdly good too. This is so good. Look at that. Is the Crowfeather cloak is just too good not to do. It's just so sick. The rest of them are just like caps. That looks terrible. Oh my god. This one also is one of my favorite. If not my favorite. The Grey Wolf cap, the Grey Hunter one. So this is Grey Wolf, Crowfeather, Graveguard, and Gehrman's. Graveguard I can't even see. Kind of grimy. They're good though. Good, man. Just maybe the, I don't know. The hat doesn't, the hat doesn't really match the cloak. The kind of too light gray. A lot more stamina. I don't think the color matches that well. I like the look though. All your look in this game comes from the cloak and the hat. Maybe the Canehurst or the Knight's dress. No, it looks terrible. Canehurst. That looks sick. The metal. Yeah, the cape is the best. This is the coolest thing ever. Nothing competes with this, I think. So this is pretty, this is a pretty sweet drip. The Knight's outfit. The full Knight's outfit is crazy as well. Boom. Fight me, bro. The hat's like barely on her head. That's true. Can't argue with that. Doll hat? Granny's coming to slice ass. So sick. I'll leave this out for a little treat for myself for later. All right, I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed that movie. It's I'm very, very excited for you. I want to hear later what you thought about it. Even if you don't like it, I want to hear either way. But, all right. Time for me to go make some trout and rice and have a healthy meal and then relax my evening. By relax my evening, I mean play more Bloodborne. No, I probably won't do that. Anyway, that's good for me.